guys? Anybody there? Can you hear me? Hey Rachel, trying out the snowball today. Couldn't find anything to disable the autofocus, so not sure if that's what's gonna go on with that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Awesome. We're getting feedback like last time. Yeah, I thought I'd pull out the color scheme book that you gave me. Figured we'd randomly pick a page and see what happens. Let me turn over my roll-off book. Oh, Tim Host just went live. Alcohol inks. Let's put this over here. And let's do this one. Let's see. Oh, last night the weather was absolutely horrible, but I had my mind set on going to Hobby Lobby to pick up some stencil film. And while I was there, I went into the paint section and saw that they had like maybe half of the Brie Reese alcohol ink stuff on clearance. So I've never used her paper, but couldn't beat that price. So I snatched up all the paper. She had other substrates on clearance, as if doing resin projects I really have time for that. Let's see what else. Some of her alcohol inks, just 2 of them were on clearance. Pretty much all of her watercolors were on clearance. Some of her paints. So I can never have enough gold and copper. So that's what I picked up. For your Reese Gold and Copper paints. I had some of these rub-ons. I don't know. Might find some use for these. Oh, there goes that autofocus. Hobby Lobby. So, yeah, got all that paper on sale. Went to Tuesday morning. They didn't really have much, unfortunately. So that was a bust. You're heading to your new art studio to unpack it. You definitely don't need alcohol inks, Rachel. We're doing watercolors. Got to get back to that mud cloth project. I've been loving your posts lately. I'm like, you don't even need a brayer. Even though you can't find it, you don't even need it because, I don't know. Were those posts some of the ones you had already started and you just added to them, or you just had a blank piece of paper in the past couple of days and just went at it? So, let's see. The pages in this book, I believe they... Oh, my battery on my phone's about to die. I believe the pages go from... So we're looking at... We need to pick a page from 38 to 253, Rachel. Pick a number from 38 to 253, and let's see what we get. Pick a page from 38 to 253. Okay, that's what I figured you picked. You had some pieces started already. Because I know you put a lot of layers on them, so probably have a lot of pieces laying around waiting for you to show them some love. 38 to 253. I don't know what I'm going to do about this autofocus. Hi out for Artful Dabbler. I know you told us your name before, but you're going to have to remind me, please. Oh, this autofocus is awful. Awful waffle. See what this ink looks like. Tori, that's right. Hi, Tori. These colors don't quite go together, I don't think. Yep, that's definitely a mustard color. Hi, Sharon. Whoa, that's really blush. That's a really bright pink. That's almost fluorescent. I don't know if I would use a pink this bright. Ugh. It's hard for you to see it on the camera. It looks blush on the camera, but in person, it's very bright. Maybe it'll tone down once it dries. Oh no, Tori. That is looks blush right there, but that is so bright. I don't like that. I'm not. Fluorescent colors are hard for me. Tori's gonna have to prep herself. She's got the gesso all over herself. So Tori, you're working on something while you're watching. Anyone else working on stuff while they're watching? Let's see, gold and copper. What do I do with the... Yeah, I love the mustard, even though it's a lot brighter. I think, yeah, it's a lot brighter than like the, I think I either have the Blick mustard or the Copic mustard. It's called something else though, I'm sure. Trying to get this paint open. And one open. Oh, good. can't grip it. Can't get that one open. Jeez, I can't get any of them open. Okay, I'm not going to struggle with that. I'm going to have to figure out how to get these open later on. These lights are really bright, aren't they? Okay. $38 through $53. Rachel, pick a number. Oh, were these lights this bright last time? Ugh. Come on, paint. Open up. Maybe that's why they were on clearance. Ooh. Gosh, I really can't get these open. Might have to pull up a randomizer. I don't know, Rachel. Tori, how about you? Pick a number 38 through 253. Oh, really, Gail? Oh, I don't know what's causing this echo. I was wondering if it's maybe the glass mat. Pull the mic a little closer. Is that better, Gail? $157. 57. Ooh, we're in the greens. Woo. Sun-parched summer meadow. Might have to try doing this without the glass mat. That might be causing the problem. How's it sounding to everyone else? Struggle with these anymore. That's done. So let's see here. We got pea pod, sun bleached green, faded terracotta, and shell. All right, let me find these colors. See if I can find these colors. No, that's not quite. Definitely not it. Yeah, the greens. Let's see here. Ew. I must admit, I don't use green often. Unless I'm doing color palette. That's like a... It kind of looks like that. And terracotta. White, blue, and black. Okay. Not too much of a fan of green though. Like, this green would probably be a green I like. These, not so much. Let's see. I guess you can, what are they saying, this one here too? Let me find that. That's is it turquoise? No, not really. Green, blue. What's this? Oh, I don't have any. There's nothing in here. No. Oh. Eats putty. Dang it. Look at that. Reef blue. I think that might have been perfect. So we have these. This is too blue. And now I have this color somewhere. I don't know where it is. an avalanche pulling that down. Oh, I know I have it somewhere. Dang it. Okay. Well, bye, Tori. I can't find this, so we'll just have to go with this. I don't know what I did with my turquoise. I probably have about 10 bottles of it. So let's see. Dark color. Start off with that. Let's do this. Oh, this sounds really runny. Really runny. This makes me sad. I don't think this is going to. Yeah, it's not going to go out real good. See how that looks. That's good. Let's try this other one. This one isn't terracotta, it's quinacridone gold hue. Oop, too much. Too much. Of course, because it's quinacridone, it's going to be transparent. That's a little too orange, I think. I gotta figure out a way to stop this autofocus. Oh, Rachel, I don't know where I put that. That's the problem of organizing. It's the problem of cleaning up. That's a nice color, but I think that's a little too orange. Oh, this camera's driving me nuts. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And let's see what I have sitting on my table here. I got some stamps. Where'd they go? Oh, got my stamp. Let's pull this up. These lights are really throwing the color off. Let me see something here. It's gonna get dark if I turn these lights off. Okay. Oh, this is really runny. I wish I knew where I put that other color that you were talking about, Rachel. This paint stinks. You know how this is gonna go. With it being so runny. And then let's see what other. I have my stencils here. The ones from last time are still up here. I don't think I used all of those. Still kind of wet. Let's do this. See if it picks this up. There we go. Pretty sure I turn that sound off. Got that one. Break that up a bit. We'll pull off of there too. And let's see what else. Which one did I use? I think I pretty much used all of these. I'm gonna do a little bit with maybe this one, like that in the middle. Maybe more circles. Something's still wet. I'm not liking this paint. It's taking forever to dry. This is dry. So maybe we'll do some circles in the background here. Over here. Have I used this? Is it open? Hey, Robin. Thanks for joining us. Let's see what happens here. Robin, we picked a color palette from a book at random. And hopefully something works out here. Okay. Let's do this. Let's just add a few more over here. Okay. Piece of paper so we can see what's going on here. That orange is really light. Don't know how well we'll be able to see that. So that's this one. Let's see, let's just throw some of it on here. See what happens. Okay. Hi, Cherie. I guess you pronounce it Cherie like I pronounce it Cherie. I don't know. Is it Sherry, Cherie? Spelled the same way as I spell my name, but let me know. And thanks. I know I was telling someone I love like the bright colors a lot of people use in their work, but I'm not a bright color person personally, so that's hard for me to use. It's hard for me to use those colors, but I love seeing them. So yeah, you get a lot of muted colors with me. I love this Blick green. Just want to put that out there. Green, blue deep, matte acrylic. Let's see where else can we go with this? The next color is going to be this one, sage green. We're going to work dark to light. So maybe we'll do that with the words. This is matte paint, so that should be dry by now. Matte paint. And let's see here. Which stencil? The Dina Wakley, I think it's called her Favorites stencil. This is, yeah, I love her spinners. I have the big one of those. Love it. Love this whole stencil. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. So we're gonna go in here, get some words. I love having words in the background. I have a lot of scribbly script and block letters and number stencils. Might go another layer on there because that might not be opaque enough. Although when we put the unbleached titanium or the, what is that, milky white behind it, it probably will darken the color up a bit. Let's see. Ooh, my finger went right through that. Not sure I like that. I don't think I like that like that. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna make it a whole, make that color a whole background. That's not, This is acting like a matte paint, but I don't think it is. Nope. Okay. There we go. We're gonna run that out. You guys see in here. Well, thanks. Yeah, this stencil with the big circles on it. This is Dina Wakley's stencil called Mini Favorites. This light green paint was really watery. It started to separate on the plate. I'm liking that. You guys liking that? So we've got another green here. Ooh, it sounds watery too. My craft paints are letting me down today. Letting me down. Let's take this and I don't know, what do you think? Maybe some punchinella over here somewhere, because we got a little white space. All right, Cherie. Cherie 1 and Cherie 2. Although I go by Jackie on social media. I like this. This is another favorite of mine. This is Julie Faye Fan Balzer from the Crafters Workshop. Maybe we'll do that one. Just a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Ooh. I said a little, but that's a lot. Let's get this off. And we'll go like this. Okay. Here we go. I like all these greens. The 3 different greens together look really nice. Hopefully they'll work with the orange. Like I always say with the color palettes, they say it'll work, so we gotta believe them, right? Gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. This is really thin, so yeah, and I'm gonna try to get another layer on top of here. Okay. Let's see if some of that will come off on here. It did. It's hard for you guys to see with this lighting though. I don't know. Just use the rest of this paint up. It's very runny. Okay, I think that's good enough. So we used, that's all the greens. So now we have just the shell color, which was either unbleached titanium or milky white, which I think I for the milky white. Hey Patty, thanks for joining us. Playing around with a color palette from a book Rachel gave me when I went to see her last year. And it's funny because before I went to see her, I was in the library and I found this book in the library, but I didn't have my card on me, so I had to leave it behind and never got back to checking it out. So when I went to see her and she had it, I was like, it was meant to be. So now we're on this last color here. It's kind of off-white color. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but high fuelo. Dry this a bit. And not going to use, this one's not open. I'm pretty sure I have one open, but oh well. I'm not going to waste time looking for it. Seems like every paint I want to use today is hiding. So I'm going to go with this over here. And this is from Master's Touch, so it's a little cooler than unbleached titanium. Milky white. Yeah, Patty, I don't use green very often, but the 3 greens I picked out, I'm liking so far. Oh. And then just gonna cover the whole back here with white. Matte white from Blick. Nice thin coats. And then made a bit of a mess on this piece of paper. That's interesting. I think I probably should have used more orange. Okay. Let's see. Could have just done with the greens by themselves. This terracottas. I need to maybe I'll get a stencil and add more to the top. It's hard to see with the light, isn't it? But yep, loving the greens. Loving those 3 greens. This terracotta, let's see. Maybe I put a little bit on top with something else. think it's just because it's so watery too. It's done for. Done for, done for, done for. It's just, I could do drips with this. It's so stupid watery. Let's see here. See what I can get on the sponge just to maybe get something on here. Just to make sure we have every color on the color palette. Oh, I wish I could find that color we were talking about, Rachel, because I think that's what's throwing everything off. Yep. I need that. I need another orange. But at least we got to try the greens out. It's not too bad, not too bad. See the light green in there. I even like how that turned out back there. So let's see. Let's see what this looks like. Our little roll off. Add some more white to the back here. And a little more. My glass is looking fun right there. Come on. Should probably use something other than this. Matte white. Okay. Paper. The big one to the right, Patty, is 8 by 10. And this one was 5 by 7. That looks a bit chaotic, huh? Let's try something after this. Maybe we'll have the background green, the darker green, and go light from there. Bye, Patty. I had this stuff from one of my previous prints that doesn't want to lift. It's really thick. That doesn't want to lift. Okay. So let's try this. Let's try. What time is it? Okay. I have a meetup in about an hour. So let's go light to dark. So this green paint was so thin, I actually could put splatters of it on because I see little splatters down here and I like that. Little splatters. Okay. See if it'll do it. Ooh, too thick. Oh, where's the water? Put a piece of paper in here so you guys can see what's going on. Hi, Judy. These splatters are really thick, so we'll see how this pulls up. Or better yet, how it dries. So let me just pick this up here. Judy, we have a little color palette we're experimenting with. Lots of greens. And a hint of terracotta. What's the powder stuff? Powder? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Rachel. Powder. Did I pick up something that had powder in it? I'm not going to have the patience to watch that dry, so I think I'm going to press some of it down. And it's going to smudge it, but oh well. Oh, really, Judy? Man. I was hoping because I scheduled it that it would do better about notifying when I came on. That stinks. I'm gonna need to pull off just a little more. And I might have pulled off too much this time. This is the book, Judy. When I went to visit Rachel last year, she bought me a copy. And tons and tons of color schemes. And so we just picked one at random. And I'm trying to work through it. So that left behind some weird little marks. Let's see how those turn out. So this is the lightest. We're gonna go a little lighter with the sage green. And with the sage green, let's see. We have one more green after that. Let's try putting the milky white a little bit behind the sage green. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of this in there. I don't usually go from light to dark, so we'll see how this works with the darker green behind this. This might be a little weird, but we'll see. Let's find another stencil. Do this punchinella here with, okay, this green. And sponge. Can't hear me, Rachel? What about now? I think with this mic, the snowball, kind of have to talk directly into it. Okay, the orange terracotta. Don't know how I'm gonna put this on here. Still can't hear me? I don't want much of this terracotta. It's scaring me. Just think of it as a fluid acrylic, which I don't really use much. Yeah, the mic's pointed at me, but when I was talking, I was probably looking at the chat, and so that's to the left of me. So I'll just have to, I don't know. I changed which screen the chat was displayed on because I couldn't see it very well the last time, and couldn't tell what, I had a hard time telling what people were saying. It gave me some kind of notification about someone, and I evidently misread what it said, so I tried to trying to pull the chat closer to me, but then I gotta turn my head. Well, we're gonna get the kinks out of this little parade. Still in the experimental stages of this live streaming. I like terracotta by itself, but in this color palette, it's not making me feel good. So what do you guys have on your agenda for today? Making art, running errands. Let's flip this over. Okay, clean that off. See, I started with the light green, but I really can't see it. We'll wait till we get the third green on there. So here's this one. And I think I'm gonna use white. Oh, I got that cream color too. No, I already put that down. Okay, white. Do the white first and then the green. They're both matte, so they're going to dry quickly. Brayer, where are you? Okay. There we go. Got this up here. Gonna roll them together. Really like this green. Look, has some really nice colors. So if you have one near you, I highly suggest taking a look at what they have. I'm gonna go on this side. Yep, lost all the light green. Thanks, Judy. I'm excited about it. I have to say, out of all the things that I've done art and craft wise in the past few years, gel printing has probably been the one that I've held on to the longest. Thanks for the likes, guys. I see I got a few up there. Let's see what was on here. That doesn't want to come off. As a background, this is nice. Looking at this terracotta, it kind of reminds me of copper. So maybe that's what I should have used. A little copper. But I can see the light green. It's a really nice background. Got background potential. I don't mind this at all, especially now that I'm thinking of copper. I love copper, bronze, and gold. So any excuse to use it. Yeah, Judy, you need to hop on the bandwagon. That's pretty cool. I like that. So with the dark green behind the terracotta, that looks really nice. And what was this? Oh, the milky white. Probably could have done without that. But yeah, I like the terracotta, the what is this? What was this again? The light leaf green and the sage green. This looks a mess. This terracotta looks a mess on here. Wonder what we can do to this one, maybe. I want to put Payne's Gray on there. Like, I love Payne's Gray. I think Payne's Gray would be a nice addition to this with the big circle. Someone asked me in one of the groups I posted in about putting the paint directly on the surface versus on the plate. And I think that's kind of why I like doing printing, because the process of transferring the paint from one substrate to the other, you kind of get a grunginess. It's not quite so perfect. And I like that. I like it a lot. So that's entirely too small. So I think maybe, and because I have some paint still on the plate, these circles definitely aren't going to be perfect because there's going to be a void there. Because it probably won't be able to pick up all of this. I'm making a mess. I actually meant to do this on the other side. So we're going to go over here. Need to take this over here. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, because like if you stencil, I'm not paying attention to where if you stencil directly onto the paper, I mean, I do that too, but you know, you get a whole different look than if you transfer it from the plate onto the paper. Come on. I think I'm gonna have to go through my paints and reevaluate which ones I have out and which ones I've packed away, because I'm running out of Payne's Gray. I need to find that. I think it's kind of like the terracotta. I have a lot of bottles of the red oxide, and I think that's kind of like a terracotta color. So Michael's was having a sale, clearance, their last semi-clearance event. They had a lot of paints on clearance, and so the red oxide was one of them, and I'm like, okay, I'll try this, because I never had it in my didn't have it in my stash prior to that. When I'm talking, I need to go ahead and pick this up. So we're gonna get that just one side. One side. We can pick this up just on one side. Ooh, I'm liking this a lot. Payne's Gray is just like, that's my black. And unbleached titanium is my white. So I just always have to have Payne's Gray on there. I like that. And let's see. I don't know, maybe we need something down here. Put some more circles down there. I think so. Let's put a few more, got a little more paint left. Change the direction. Now we'll keep going this direction. And like this. Get the rest of it up. Have nice painterly fingers by the end of this. Proof of my play. Didn't get anything off of that. And let's flip this over. Uh-oh, went a little too high. It's cool. Just gonna pull these off right here. like that, guys. That's all the colors and then Payne's Gray. What do you think? I think this one's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. What's on the other side of here? I really want to pull this up. Let's see. Yeah, I was like, when was that? Was it in the fall that they had that semi-clearance event? There was so many paints on sale, on clearance. I racked up big time. Let's see here. Okay, maybe I'll leave the paper on here for a little while and see if it'll pick up this other stuff. Oh, Atlanta's the closest major city to you, Judy? That's where I used to live. And I moved back to south suburbs of Chicago about 7 years ago. For this one, I think it's going to have to be one of those cases where, well, maybe I should put some Payne's Gray on this too. Maybe that'll do something. What do you think? Should I put some Payne's Gray on here? Oh, okay, up in the Smokies. Yeah, that I'm really liking the Payne's Gray. Love this. I like how cool it is. It looks a whole lot cooler than this one. And I usually don't go with dark backgrounds, so works out. This one, I don't know. It looks so messy. It looks really messy. Cause the terracotta just wasn't, it's really runny. So that didn't transfer very well. Something small, a little small pop of blue. Payne's Gray on there. Okay, let's see. Let me pull this up because we got a lot going on back here. Gosh, these lights. I don't remember them looking this bright the last time. And let me know if this light is hard for you guys to see the colors and stuff. And maybe I'll have to try using the natural light because I am in front of a window. So the natural light might work. I just don't want to switch it up mid-video and then you guys will be like, whoa, I can't see anything. Let's see. Just a pop. Just a pop. Just a pop. Alright, I'm trying to find the right stencil. Maybe I should use this middle section here. Just a little bit on there. Where would I put it? This is looking kind of naked. But if I'm pushing, see, am I trying to push color back? Or, just a little pop of green, blue, I mean. Where did that other stencil go? I feel like I need more stencils, but I have literally a million stencils. And that would just be crazy. Maybe we can bring this pattern. It's over here. Bring it over here with the blue. What does that sound? Right here with the blue. I think that'll work. Bring that pattern out. I promise, guys, I'm going to try and get this, figure out what kind of software I can install to get this autofocus fixed, because I know you can hear it on the audio. Yeah, like that. Just a little bit. I don't know, guys. Maybe come up here some. Yeah, Judy, always need more stencils. Thank you. I needed that. I needed someone to agree with me. Dang it, I moved that. I don't know. I have too much stuff on my table. I can't move. I think I used too much terracotta. The terracotta should have just been the little pop. Just like here. It's just a little pop. It's a little pop of terracotta, and I went too far with that. So what can I do with that? Let's go a little further down, see what happens. Hey, we're trying to fix it now. Well, not fix it, but see if we can make it a little more appealing to me. That's a little better, don't you think? Yep, Judy, you and I were on the same page. I think that looks a little better. I feel like I want more white space over here, but can't have everything. Definitely want it to be like white, like right there, like down here. Probably should have removed just a little bit of that printed section before I pulled it. which is what I usually do. This worked out good, guys. And right on time. It's 1:24 and we've gotten, got some blue here. Let me see, what am I going to do here? Let me put this blue on here just to get rid of it. Get it off the table. Okay. I'm going to pull these last few prints. I'm just going to smorgasbord these colors on here. Put a little terracotta. Just a little pop we were talking about there. And just try and let it dry for just a little bit so that I can come through with the greens. I think I want to do which greens did I have left to do? This green, maybe. Need another spongy. This green. And put it up here a little bit. Just get it off the table. Like that green. And what else? We have to get the dark green in there and the milky white. And then we should be able to pull it. Was that the dark green right there? I don't know what's going to happen with that. Okay. Okay, paper, ooh, look at this, guys. This might be my favorite one, the one I wasn't even trying for. But I learned what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that pop of terracotta. I wanted to see the light green on the darker green. And I got my Payne's gray in there, which I gotta have. And it took only 2 pulls. What was that? Yeah. 2 pulls to figure that out, so that's not too bad, guys. We did good. Let's just fingers crossed it all comes up. Throw this on here. I like to use the brayer because it makes it easier for me to add pressure so that the plate gives and lets go of my paint. Okay, we'll that a second. Pull this up. Don't like the other side, we still have this side. Can make some of those little pretties like Creations CC does. Ugh. Whatever color that was I used before does not want to come off. But I still like this. Oh man, the grunge on this is just, I wish you guys could see the texture on this pull. Favorite section, I think. This whole side, I think I like this whole side. Maybe this can be like a background for a greeting card. That is delicious. Delicious. Can't stop looking at it. This yellow is from, I think, the last time we got together. Oh, you know what? No, this is from, yeah, it might be from then. Because that was the plum and the mustard. The plum and the mustard mixed together. And I was brayering it over here. You see that? Stupid camera focus. Yeah. Okay, so fingers crossed on this one. I think it's going to be the one I like out of all of these. It's so dark and moody. Cool. I love dark and moody. I like that. I like that a lot. So guys, I think that's it for today. We've got our first one. And then our second one. And the third one. We did good with our little color palette, guys. We did really well. Look at that. That's it. That's awesome, guys. We should be proud of ourselves. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for your patience while I figure out the logistics behind this live streaming. Hopefully next time, which I'm trying to do this every Saturday at noon. Hopefully next Saturday, I'll have this autofocus down, so that'll be one less pain in the butt. But thanks again, guys. And I'll catch you later. Bye. Look at my fingers. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I'm going to create a meetup right after this, so no one will look at me like I'm crazy.